Hello. So, are you a person who is looking into, making QSAR web app? I mean, PoseidonQ actually makes it easy. If you just have a data in, just give in the data, it creates a model for you, machine learning model for you, as well as it converts the machine learning models into a Streamlit QSAR web app. So, in just 5 minutes, you just get a QSAR web app, which you could make it public and share with your friends, colleagues, or researchers. So just let me show you how it works in PoseidonQ. So first thing is you need a data. So here we have provided a search bar which takes in target names. So you could give in any target name, whether it's Ma or B, or you have a PDB code in your mind, you can give that as well. So I'm just gonna give in a PDB ID and it will show me the indexes available. So I have here DNA topoisomerase, so I need that. So I'm just gonna give in one and extract. Now what this does is it goes to the Kembl and retrieves the data. So I have mentioned the standard type I want. It's IC50, and you could change it into EC50, KI, anything. So suppose you have your own data, you can add your data as well in a CSV format, or you could just click on the input button over here, and it opens up an Excel sheet for you. So we have got around 337 compounds. Now if I just click over here, it shows you all the smiles with the bioactivity data. So that's pretty much it. Now you can choose the type of task you want and choose the descriptors you want for defining your applicability domain. I chose Morgan fingerprints. Now I just save in my external set. So 20% external set would be collected randomly. If you don't want that, you could uncheck this external set. Now I'm just gonna save in my external set. Okay. Now it generates a tiny model similarity distribution, and you could see the median would be taken as a threshold for evaluating the predictions that a third user might give into your model. And if it's beyond below the median, it becomes unreliable predictions. So it becomes out of applicability domain. Now you could see the smiles with the bioactivity data. It gets converted into log values uh, automatically. You don't need to do that. Now you can come to the compare set in the k-fold split. So k-fold cross validation is what's happening over here. You need to set in the zero, low variance threshold as zero, because you don't need to delete your fingerprints, and just keep in Morgan. So what this does is it compares the 11 regression models PoseidonQ has. So you could see it's 3 by 11, 6 by 11. So it's comparing all the regression models and the R square and the RMC that they are producing. So it just shows you which model performed the best with the R square, cross-validated R square. Now you could save in the standard deviation and the mean values of each regression models in an Excel sheet, and now you could see the graph as well. You could see that the new SVR is performing the best. So I need to go in here and choose my model and the fingerprint and press and confirm. And there is an option for hyperparameter tuning, but you don't need that here in this case. So I'm gonna go with the default one, and it does 10 and repeats. So it's like a 5 cross validation. We have input. We have given input as 5 cross validation. So it's like 5 into 10, 50. So there is 50 iterations. Now you would save the job.lib file, which is your model file, and you would get the scatter plot. So scatter plot over here. And now you could see the final mean and standard deviation of cross-validated RMSC as well as the R square. So you could see it's 0.72. Now is the interesting part. Now this model here, you could actually convert it into a web app. So let me show you. Let me just give it my own name here. As title, you could change whatever options over here. You could give in whatever the author's name. You could explain about the model over here, anything, and you could see the changes in real time by clicking on the view button. So the view button takes you into the Streamlit, and pretty much it has a single screening mode, a multiple screening mode, and a chemical sketcher with the model that you have created. So you could just type in a smile and see it gives you the output, and it shows you the applicability domain as such. And for external validation, the external set that you extracted at the first, you could give that, and you could see the predicted external, you could do an external validation for your model and see the values that it gives. So now you could see all the smiles in the external set, and whether it's in applicability domain or not, with the predictor and true value, and you would get a matrix as well. So this is pretty much a QSAR web app for you. For deployment, you just need to build, and you just choose a desktop or wherever, whichever directory you want, and it saves as an app folder. So this is the files that you have to push into your GitHub repository, and pretty much this GitHub repository will be connected to the Streamlit. So you will have a QSAR web app in no time, and this really speeds up the process. So that's it. I believe you could use it and try it out and see it for yourself.